situation that's being called hell on earth. Massive wildfires have left more than 88,000 people homeless, and it could get much worse. These fires burning now across an area as big as Hong Kong are expected to double in size just today. And the smoke, it's spreading across the United States all the way to the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. This is what it looks like from the International Space Station. Take a look right there. Dan Simon joins me now with more on this. So Dan, how are the weather conditions impacting the situation there?
Well, hi, Pamela. This is not ideal weather for battling a wildfire of this magnitude. You're talking about hot, windy, and dry conditions. You can see the smoke cloud behind me. You can see some of the black smoke over there. We've seen a lot of these spot fires all day long. That's a forested area. Fortunately, the fire is burning away from the community, but this remains an unprecedented situation for the folks here in Canada. As you said, nearly 90,000 people under an evacuation order. If you're not a first responder, you can't even get into the town of Fort McMurray. You might be wondering where all of those people have gone. Well, of course, some have gone to shelters. Some are staying with friends and family, and of course, some are at hotels. You can't even get a hotel room in the area. But in terms of this wildfire, it's going to go on for quite some time. The weather tomorrow does call for rain, or at least there's a 30% chance of rain, slim chance. That would be welcome news for the folks here in Canada. But if there is rain, this fire is going to rage on for several more weeks, we're told. Pamela?
I mean, just incredible. 88,000 people being impacted by this. Do we know what caused this fire in the first place?
That's a good question, and there's a lot of curiosity behind that. We know, at least the operating theory is that it started in the middle of the forest somewhere, perhaps by a lightning strike, but that's something that investigators still need to determine for sure. In the meantime, we are here along Highway 63. This has been a heavily trafficked corridor here in the Fort McMurray area because people are still evacuating. A lot of people, when the fire first broke out, they went north of the fire to camps. These are camps that are normally used to house people who work in the oil industry. Well, they became temporary refugee camps. But because they were running low on food and water, low on supplies, authorities thought it best to evacuate those people again. So you're talking about a double evacuation. And there were 25,000 people who were living in those camps for several days. And now they've begun the process to get those people out. So far, maybe about 15,000 people have left, but still a number of people that remain, of course. Pamela?
Just a horrible situation for them. Dan Simon, thanks so much for that.